Having waited all week for a course to their strengths, the Classics riders came out to play on stage 5 of the Boels Ladies Tour. Plenty of aggressive racing could be expected, with the climbs getting progressively quicker and steeper as the stage went on. Annemiek van Vleuten started as the race leader.
Yeah, honestly, I feel really sorry for Annemiek that she has to defend this jersey, because it's like everyone is gonna to ride against of her. So for sure it's gonna be a pretty hard task for her to keep it. I hope the legs are fine, because yeah, standing here it's easy to say that I'm gonna attack, and then when I'm on the race it may be different.
I know most of the area because I lived here last year. But yeah, some of the roads you can take completely different. There's so many little roads around here, but I know that it's important just to always be in the front, especially when the roads go really narrow. I think that's a really important key to today.
The hills in the Limburg region, where the Amstel Gold races run, offered plenty of chances to gain time in the overall rankings. And with the extra climbs came extra points for the mountains classification. At 75 kilometres gone, polka dot jersey wearer Natalie van Gogh made a valiant effort to protect her lead. But former Dutch champion Anoushka Koster outsprinted her to take the jersey for herself. Sabrina Stultiens made a break, managing to stay ahead for 7 kilometres. But she couldn't outlast the pack. Leading the charge, a selection of familiar faces from the classic season. 3-time Ardennes podium finisher Kasia Niewiadoma and Strade Bianca victor Elisa Longo Borghini at the head. It wasn't long before yet another break formed. 10 riders, including 3 from the GC top 15, Mieke Kruger, Chantal Blaak and Costa. With too many contenders among their ranks, they weren't allowed any significant distance. Alexis Ryan was the next rider strong enough to get away, striking out with 41 kilometres left to run. Romy Kasper made a furious chase to join her, and the pair worked their advantage up to 30 seconds. The peloton kept close tabs on anyone else daring to join. Niewiadoma flew away as she had done so often during the Ardennes Classics. Longo Borghini jumped to her wheel. Van Vleuten was forced to react. She dragged her 2 closest rivals in her wake, Ellen van Dijk and Lisa Brennauer. The front pair were into the finishing circuits by the time that Blaak went on the chase. The defending champion raced to join the 2, but with the power of a former Gent-Wevelgem champion pushing on the front, Orica Scott rallied. Not making enough progress on a trio with half a minute's gap in the final lap, the orange jersey launched an attack of her own. A blistering pace that shocked the pack. On the climb out of the Finnish town of Waals, head bobbing and bike swinging, Van Vleuten made it to the break, and without hesitation, swooped past. She wasn't alone though. Longo Borghini, Van Dijk and Women's World Tour leader Anna van der Breggen made the group too. Triple Ardennes champion Van der Breggen proved her expertise on roads such as these, upping the pace and then launching her own bid. Van Vleuten wouldn't give her compatriot, at only 47 seconds down on GC, that much liberty. Van Dijk and Brennauer, the closest contenders in the GC, were powerless to follow and were caught by another select group behind. Meanwhile, Van Vleuten's overall lead increased with every pedal stroke, but Van der Breggen was clearly reluctant to be her accomplice, particularly when 3 of her team were sitting among the top 10 in the race. Exasperated by her compatriot's hesitation, Van Vleuten pushed the tempo herself. Creeping up on the squabbling pair was Giro Rosa stage winner Hannah Barnes, and shortly after, the rest of an elite group of GC rivals and Classics contenders. It was all back together then, with 12 kilometres to the finish, until Van Vleuten and Van der Breggen attacked once again. This time, the pair were both motivated, Van Vleuten looking for more time on the overall, Van der Breggen looking for Boels Dolman's first podium in this year's race. The riders, who were bitterest rivals at the Giro Rosa, distanced the others, building an advantage of 40 seconds. Coming into the finish, the Olympic champion made a play for the win that she sought, a phenomenal 6th Women's World Tour individual win for Van der Breggen this season alone. Van Vleuten was second, Amy Pieters beat the rest for third. Orange jersey Van Vleuten sees her leading margin rise to 43 seconds.
Oh, I'm really happy with this win. Of course, it's an important race for our team, and we are in Limburg again. So yeah, we love to race like that, and in the end we have a stage win, and tomorrow a second chance to try to go for the general win.
For me, it was a really good situation to be together with Anna in the front, and so we ride both together to the finish line, both taking time for me, especially for me to take time on the other competitors for the GC. So yeah, I did a really good job today. It's now a bit more easy to control tomorrow.
Confirmation of the top 10, with Janneke Ensing missing out on a podium, while former world champion Tatiana Guderzo finished 8th. And in the GC, Van Dijk and Brennauer lost nearly a minute, meaning Van der Breggen is now Van Vleuten's nearest rival with only one stage left to race.